All right, welcome back to the channel. So Deontay Wilder gets into Tyson Fury's chest and tells him, look, man, be a man and honor your word. As Tyson Fury is trying to fight Carlos Takam, and to boot, the UK boxing people attacked Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder said for Tyson Fury to make funeral arrangements. That is absolutely amazing considering what Tyson Fury just did. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. So, Deontay Wilder has accused Tyson Fury of cheating in multiple ways. And Deontay Wilder, more importantly, has convinced a large section of the boxing world that Tyson Fury cheated in the ways that he mentioned. He did so in an absolutely brilliant manner. One that I would not have thought of, one that he might not have thought of, and could have happened organically, I do not know. However, Deontay Wilder put out his case in front of the world without saying a word. And he let people go through the evidence, do the research for themselves over a series of months, not just into the Deontay Wilder fight, the second fight, but into Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, the first fight. And not just that fight, also the Vladimir Klitschko fight. And not just that fight, also the Christian Hamer fight. And not just that fight, or that contractual negotiation, also the John McDermott contractual negotiations that took place that tell you what type of cheater Tyson Fury and his camp is. The idea that he is a cheater is rooted in fact. It is not in the glove number one, the first fight, the Glovegate 1, and it's not in the Glovegate 2. It is rooted in and proven by his previous sanctions that resulted from his cheating. Having a glove removed in a fight that was leading up to a 3-belt fight in Christian Hamer. In that same fight, testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. All of those things have happened. All of those things are the reasons that people are saying Tyson Fury is a cheater. And then, and only then, when it was the last moment and it looked like Tyson Fury was trying to get out of the fight because he got caught cheating and making up some way out of there, just pulling it out of the wind, pulling it out of the, you know where he pulled it out of, excuse for not making the fight, when he probably realized that he cannot cheat in that fight because that will be the entire focus of the fight. If Deontay Wilder fights Tyson Fury and the referee allows Tyson Fury to wrench his neck, hold him, put his weight down, punch him in the ribs while he's covering his mouth up, people will see it and they'll say, there he goes again. And there goes boxing again. If they see that glove flopping or they see a picture of Knuckles after the next fight, they'll say, there goes boxing cheating again. And the credibility of boxing continues to be damaged. But it doesn't seem like boxing cares about boxing. So they continue over there in the UK to slander Deontay Wilder, to act like what is happening is not happening. And the abstract of it is this. And by what do I mean abstract? An abstract picture of a man you do just by drawing the basic form and outline of it without paying attention to all of the details, right? You just draw two arms, a head is a dot, a line, two arms, right? And it makes it simple. Oh, you're meaning a man, but there's no need to put names on it, faces on it, skin tones on it, hair colors, clothes, and all that. We just want to know what's going on. What is that in general? Oh, that's a man. This is the abstract of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury cheated Vladimir Klitschko because he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs before he walked into that fight, and more than likely, Vladimir Klitschko did not know that. He might not have known that he was fighting a guy that had just been suspended for performance, that was about to be suspended after the fight for performance-enhancing drugs, but they covered it up so that he could have the fight to begin with. So even to win, most likely, even to win his first 3 belts, Tyson Fury had to lie at the least. He had to cover something up at the least in order to even get in a ring with Vladimir Klitschko. And that was the beginning of his lineal championship glory. Cheating against one of the greatest heavyweight champions of my lifetime. I was not the biggest fan in the world of Vladimir Klitschko. Not at all. Didn't like that people say, oh, you think you can beat Ali? Man, I don't believe it. I don't think he's that good a fighter. I don't believe it. But regardless, he was a great champion who had a rematch clause. Tyson Fury got into the ring after having already tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, and in a case in which he will tell a monstrous lie after the fact, which will then get recanted by the person, Martin Carefoot, that told that lie. That's how his career began. Then he served a 2-year suspension and didn't fight anybody else. And then Deontay Wilder said, hey, man, I'll give you a shot because Anthony Joshua's ducking me. And these UK dudes are ducking me. Look, dude, you look a little hard on your times. Hey, man, how about we fight? Because we were talking about fighting for years. So, look, man, skip the new dude. Let's make money together. Let's break bread together. Tyson Fury, let's do it. And Tyson Fury said, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to get this weight off me. And I'm going to get you dosser. And it's all fun and games. Until Tyson Fury cheats and comes in the ring with gloves halfway down his hand, with Ricky Hatton pulling it down off of his hand. And it got worse in the second fight, and he got caught. That is the entire career of Tyson Fury. Unless you want to mix in, he got a gift against Otto Wallin because he got his eye open all the way up. And anybody else, the fight would have been stopped. But hey, it's Tyson Fury, and we got to get him to the Deontay Wilder fight because it's so much money. We got to get him we got to give him not even a benefit of the doubt. You had to give the dude just basically preferential treatment, and everybody in the room knew it was preferential treatment because everybody was saying, even on the telecast, if this was not a Deontay Wilder fight coming up next, and this was not Tyson Fury, this fight would have been stopped. Well, that tells you that only because it was Tyson Fury did he even get another Deontay Wilder fight, and that's after he ducked a rematch the first time. So now Deontay Wilder says he cheats and he ducks the rematch again. Ducked the rematch with Vladimir Klitschko, never gave that man another shot to get his belts back. Never. He was never a champion again after Tyson Fury refused the rematch. He's doing the same thing to Deontay Wilder. And you guys want to act like it's not taking place. Because he has no honor. He makes promises and he breaks them. He knows the rules of boxing and he breaks them. And he believes that he can break the rules better than you can break the rules. And he can manipulate you more than you can manipulate him because he is more willing to do so. Deontay Wilder, you say what you want to say about Deontay Wilder, dude. Deontay Wilder's an honest person. You can say you don't like him. You don't agree with anything that he said. But every word that he said, he believes. And that makes him a trustworthy person because you can trust what he says. You don't have to like him. Your worst enemy can be a trustworthy person. If he says he's showing up after school to come get you, you can trust it. When he says he can't stand you and go away from me, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you around me. You may not like it, but he's being truthful. that is trustworthy. And that same person that would give you that degree of honesty, when he tells you something that is a credit to you, you can then also believe it. The friend that is your friend and hey, buddy, but you know there's no logical reason whatsoever for them to like you, but yet they're acting like they're your friend, but there's no reason for them to like you. You have to assume that they're not telling you the truth and they are not trustworthy. That is why you want to be an honorable man, so that you can be a trustworthy man. And a trustworthy man is someone that does what he says. And what he says he did, he actually did. Deontay Wilder has challenged Tyson Fury to the core of his essence. He has called him a cheater and a coward. And Tyson Fury is running away from it. That is all you need to know in the abstract. Shame on Tyson Fury. Shame on everybody that is supporting this nonsense. You don't have to like Deontay Wilder to know Deontay Wilder deserves a shot at the title he lost that he agreed to fight if he got a rematch. Deontay Wilder is not calling him a cheater and then going to fight somebody else. If he was calling him a cheater and he wanted to fight somebody else and not Tyson Fury, then you might be able to call him a coward. But Deontay Wilder is saying you cheated and get back in the ring so I can prove it. Tyson Fury is saying, no, I didn't cheat and I'm running away and leaving. See you later. I'm not getting back in there. Dog, please. Anyway, that's my thought on it. You let me know what you think. Tyson Fury should be a man, and honor his word, but don't expect it. You're going to have to force him to you're going to have to force him to do that because he has no honor. That's my thought. You let me know yours. And with that, I'm out. Peace.